Well, in dark times, you might need a good laugh. And I'm telling you, this next book that we're going to talk about, you're not going to want to read in public because you might just bust out laughing and people will look at you in a very weird way. My author, Gail Koger, wrote Shenanigans. Welcome, Gail. Glad that you're here.
Hi. Thank you for having me. This was a
Gail,
surprise.
yeah, I can't wait to dive in and find out about your book. I've heard so many good things about how funny it is. I mean, what's the genre of this book, first of all?
It's paranormal romance set in city of Phoenix.
Okay.
Present time, and she's a pet detective who also can talk to the animals. She's like a Dr. Doolittle, and she just found out she now can talk to the dead, which she's not really happy about that. Okay. People pop in, you know. So it's a fun story. If you're looking for escape from the real world, it'll give you a lot of laughs. And a lot of people complain, or their husbands complain, that they wake them up at night because they're laughing so much. So I think take that as a compliment.
That's a huge compliment. Where did this story idea come from? This is crazy.
It's all the years I worked as a 911 dispatcher, and I kind of got psychotic. So they come in my dreams and I write them down. So on some of the stuff actually happened on some of my calls on the 911. So I just kind of integrate them into the story, because fiction is stranger than fiction.
Yeah, you got to give us a little taste of just one small piece of a 911 that made it into the book.
Well, not this book, but I did, where the lady calls 911. I took the call and she goes, her parakeet's up a tree. And I'm going, we don't come out and get parakeets out of a tree. I'm sorry, ma'am. And she goes, well, what about my husband? He's up there too. So we ended up having to send the fire department to get into the tree and get them both down.
Okay. Yeah, I can see how you're given a lot of great content to just go ahead, and you were just made to write books with that job. Who's the main character? Let's talk about her.
And her name is Kandi Cain.
Okay.
She's not real happy with the name. Her mom is into Christmas a lot, so she named her Kandi because her last name is Cain. And the mom dresses up like an elf 24/7, 65 days a year. And she even had her elf ears done. And then her dad is a Santa lookalike, but he was an enforcer for the Gambino mob. So she has a really strange background in her family. Plus, she's, a Dr. Doolittle, but she uses that to find animals and help them.
Have you always had this imagination?
Yes.
Going back to a little girl?
Yes. Psychotic.
Before you wrote, how did you express this?
I started writing, when I was 35. I had surgery and I was bored out of my mind, so I just started writing. But you probably have to ask my mom about all the crazy things I did when I was younger, but writing really focuses it. So, and like I said, when I was working at 911, you can't kill people, but in my books I can. So,
but then you get in trouble.
See, nobody cares if I kill somebody in my book. So unless it's a hero or something, but I don't do that.
So you've got a neighbor that plays a pretty big role in this book.
Yes, Dutch. He's Dutch Callaghan. He's a Phoenix Police Department homicide cop. And he's like, the first time they meet, he's really nasty to her. He's just like, whoo. So she ends up teaming up with him to catch their people that are running not only illegal fight ring, but also they're fighting dogs. So she's putting a stop to the dogs, and she's helping him put a stop to the illegal cage fighting. So, because they're murdering people in it.
Wow. Is that the main message? Go ahead and expound a little bit bigger on what the main message is.
The main message is family. Family is very important. And he lost his family. So with hers is a little unique, but they all become family. So, and she helps him get over the betrayal and stuff like that. But they can rely on each other. And then I wrote another book. It's The Trouble with Tigers. So where they actually get engaged, but they have to go to Pakistan to rescue 12 endangered tigers from a terrorist. So she ends up saving the world from terrorists. But Shenanigans is how they meet, and how he comes to understand and trust a woman again.
Sounds like there's underlying deeper meanings to this book. I mean, a lot of laughter, a lot of craziness on the surface, but it doesn't sound like you have to dig too deep to go, ooh, there's some pain points that are being brought up. So is that important to talk about those underlying issues?
I mainly write to make people laugh because there's so much crap going on in this world right now. So that's my goal in life, is to make people laugh. And I get all sorts of nice emails and stuff like that where they are on my reviews where they say how much they loved it and they liked laughing, and they read my books over and over again. So some of them, 12, 13 times. I'm like, seriously?
Wow.
So, but that's really a compliment to me. And
Yeah, it is.
when they say that.
And shenanigans can mean so many different things. What does it mean for your book?
All the things she gets into, because she's like a little trouble magnet. So wherever she goes, trouble follows. It's like when she first runs into him, it's in a warehouse where they have the dogs. So she's rescuing the dogs, and then it goes to hell when the bad guy shows up, and Dutch is also there. So she ends up she kicks him in the stomach with her steel-toed boots and gets away. But then he's chasing her, and ends up getting attacked by street people. So it's just like one little thing after another, where it's like always something going on, always something funny.
So you're not with 911 anymore. Where are you going to get your content?
Oh, I don't have any problem. I have
no problem. Your imagination
built up. Yeah. Plus, like I said, some of my stories come to me in my dreams. So, like I said, I'm a little psychotic, but if you worked for 911 as many years as I did, you would be too. So.
Is there anything that kind of links all your books together? Is there any theme?
Family.
Yeah, that keeps coming back.
Yes, that's like on my Kandi Warlord books. Family. Everybody. It's kind of like gets them all together, because there's the humans, and then there's the Kandis, and become family.
And I think that in your book, you kind of stop and recognize different personalities, and you just go, you know what, we are who we are. We need to just love each other and get along, right?
Right. There's enough hate. There is way too much hate as it is.
Yeah.
So that's what I want people to have, think about having family, being friends with people, helping each other out. So, and then with my critters, I love my critters. Yeah. So in this book, it's Tinkerbell. She's a Yorkie, and she talks to Kandi all the time. So they're like, she's talking to her all the time. So if anybody's walking by, they think she's nuts, but she's talking to the dog, and the dog comes through and helps her save the day. So
family, pets, that's the main theme. But I also see an acceptance of all different personalities, acceptance of us, how we are.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
So we want to encourage you. All right. So this is Shenanigans. Tell us about the other books that you have that we could continue to read.
The second book on the Shenanigans series is, okay, I just went brain dead.
That's all right. It's going to come
Trouble
to you.
with Tigers. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
And then I have my Kandi Warlord series. I've written 21 books. So I have 17 of the Kandi Warlords, and I have a lot of fun with them too. And
how important is it that people give you reviews?
Oh,
what's it mean to an author?
That's where you make your money. You're spreading the word. Reviews are very important. And I like to say, please review my books.
And give a review. Act on it. Let them know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. Awesome.
Makes my day.
Yeah, Gail Koger, writing Shenanigans. We appreciate you joining us. And it sounds like just an absolute, it sounds like really the breath of fresh air that we're all looking for right now. That laughter and that escapism.
Right.
Well, thanks for joining us. Thanks for writing some amazing books, and we look forward to having you back again.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks.